wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh. Hello friends, this is Pastor Daniel Gouveia. Thank you so much for checking out this review today. I am taking a look at the Thomas Nelson Maclaren series, Thinline, large print reference, New King James Bible, large print, Thinline reference, Maclaren series, and I have the black Leathersoft. Now, I have reviewed the Maclarens in the past. First, the Premier Collection, Maclaren in the regular size. I just love this Bible. It's amazing. It's hard to compete with this amazing font that you have in the regular Maclaren, regular size. It's a big Bible, but it is amazing. I mean, this font and the print, the size of the print, the boldness of the font, it just makes it one of my favorite Bibles for reading, actually. You won't get to put notes in the margins or anything like that, at least not decent notes because the margins are thin. The space in the gutter is also thin. I reviewed this Bible. I'll leave a link to the review of that Bible somewhere. And also, I reviewed the personal size, the compact Maclaren, which is a really tiny Bible, really handy. I take it with me everywhere in the car, and my son has chosen to use this Bible when he is at church because he just takes it out of the car and he carries it with him. This one is not verse by verse like the regular full-size Maclaren, and verse by verse is actually a feature that I love very much. So the compact does not have verse by verse, and the Thinline is also not verse by verse. It is a paragraph format. But why did I buy this Bible? Well, I was just curious because I love the other two Maclarens and I wanted to see if I would love this one. And yes, I do love this one. I'm actually very happy that I got the Leathersoft because this is not a Bible that would be my main Bible, even though I really like the looks and the size and the feel of the Bible. But there's just one or two deal breakers for me, and I'll tell you what it is right from the start, as you probably already had a hint when I was talking about the regular size Maclaren. First of all, it's not verse by verse. The margins are very tiny, and the gutter space is very tiny as well. All the rest I really love. So it's a Thinline. It's thin. It's not the thinnest Bible that I've ever seen, but it is thin. Doesn't have the 72,000 cross-references. Has over 43,000 cross-references. Really cool, but not as good as the ones that have the 72,000 cross-references. But, you know, it's a Thinline, so they have to save some space somewhere, right? And it has a very, very nice 10-point font, comfort print, and the words of Christ in this Bible are in blue. It's kind of a teal blue, I would say, but it is really nice on the eye. Some people don't like red letters, so if that's your case, this may be a Bible for you. If you want the words of Jesus to stand out and you don't like them in red, maybe this is the Bible for you. Now, the spine is really, really gorgeous in this Leathersoft edition. If you get genuine leather, the spine will be a little bit different, so make sure you check that out. I actually love this spine. I think the gold design here, it's awesome. And these raised hubs are just amazing. 5 very noticeable, very, very thick and protruding raised hubs or raised ribs or whatever you want to call it. I just love the effect and the look that this gives to the Bible. And I mean, I think you can see it well in the image. Look at this Leathersoft. Has this texture, I know it's a fake grain, but it looks like leather and it feels awesome. It's really good. It is perimeter stitched, as you can see, and has this gilding, which is kind of gold gilding, but with the design. So no color underneath, but just this cool, different design. I see that Thomas Nelson is putting out different designs in the gilding of the Bibles that are coming out, and I think that's a nice feature. I mean, not everybody will appreciate it. Like I said, this wouldn't be my main Bible, so it's okay. All right, so you open it up, and this is, remember, Leathersoft, very affordable. You can buy this for under $50 on Amazon, and it is a paste down liner, and you have a paper liner. So you have a presentation page here with this part in gray all around it, a little piece of something here. Looks really good. So Holy Bible title page, and then you have the information page here. It is printed in China. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that Thomas Nelson prints their Bibles in China, or at least a lot of them. But the truth is they recently tried a printing in India, and honestly, I did not like the quality of that printing. Okay, table of contents, Old Testament, New Testament, preface to the New King James Version. It is the abbreviated preface. Title page, the Old Testament here with the black and that color, that blue or teal or blue, whatever you want to call it, but it's really nice. The book titles also in that color, and the subheadings also in that color, and the chapter numbers also in that color in the Old Testament, and the rest you have in black, except for the references here down below. The reference that you are searching up will also appear in blue, so you can distinguish it. And you have the cross-references and translation notes here centered in the bottom of the page. It is a 2-column format, and again, it is a paragraph format. The verse numbers are tiny. You cannot really say that they pop or that they are very visible. They are not. I mean, they are visible. They're there. You can find them, but you do need to search for them a little bit sometimes. So you do have a poetic setting when you have poetry, and this is how it looks. I'm going to go fast because this is not very different from the other thin lines by Thomas Nelson that I have reviewed. And again, this is not a premium Bible. This is not even genuine leather for the cover, but for the price, I think this is an amazing Bible. And if you like it, if you like its features, I don't think you will go wrong, okay? Oh, I forgot to show you, but it has these 2 ribbons, one in teal blue, or yeah, this kind of shiny blue or teal blue that matches the blue that you find in the Bible text for the words of Jesus, for titles, for subheadings, and for chapter numbers, and the references. This is the black one, so the black for the Old Testament, the blue for the New Testament. And I'm going fast here, but you can see the poetic setting here in the Psalms. And okay, so you get to the New Testament, and you have just the title page of the New Testament separating the 2 testaments, and you have the words of Jesus in blue. Now this blue is really nice. I think it's very good on the eyes, at least for my eyes. I love it. No complaints there, and the printing is a very good quality printing for this price, I have to say. Now, the margins are not as tiny as the margins of the regular size Maclaren, as you can see. The margins are actually a little bit wider, so yay! I'm happy! But not as wide as I would like. I'd like them a little bit wider and a little bit more space in the gutter. But again, not bad. I've seen worse. Let me check here the Old Testament. Yeah, so margin space, you do have a little bit more than in the regular size, but the gutter, well, I guess I could put something in there. And it doesn't affect your reading, not at all. But yeah, I would always like to see just a tad bit more. All right, and probably most people that will buy this Bible really don't care about that. They don't write in their Bibles, or they don't write in this kind of Bibles, or they don't write in the gutter of their Bibles, right? You get what I'm saying. But yeah, really, really cool. So the verse numbers are still in black here in the New Testament, but the words of Jesus are in blue. And they do go all the way through Revelation, as you probably could see in the introduction of the video, in that little visual tour. And friends, that's about it. I don't know if I have anything else to say that is of great importance. If you have questions, leave them down below. And you get to the end of Revelation, you have a concordance. Ta-da! It's a nice concordance. A lot of material here. It's not one of the biggest concordances, but yeah, you do have a lot of information, a lot of references. As you can see that the font is actually tiny here in the concordance. Not like extremely tiny, but it is very tiny. Okay, so yeah. Okay, and then after the concordance, as we are used to by Thomas Nelson, you have a note regarding the type, regarding the comfort print designed by 2K Denmark. And then you have the Zondervan maps in paper that is not very glossy, not very shiny. It is glossy and shiny, but not too much, okay? And I actually like that. And then you have just one sheet of this thick paper here, and then that's the end of the Bible. Again, if you have comments, questions, leave them down below. Just wanted to give you an idea if you're interested in this Bible. And I'm going to put it here close to the other one so you can have an idea of the size of these Bibles. So bottom one, regular size, Premier Maclaren. In the middle you have the Thinline that I'm reviewing in this review, and then the compact on the top. Ta-da! I hope this video was useful for you, my friends. God bless you. Whatever Bible you read it with faith, read it with prayer, and remember that Jesus loves you, that Jesus was crucified for you, and he was crucified for me.